RotoGrinders Today. I'm Jordan Cooper, a.k.a. BlenderHD. You want to follow me on Twitter. And it's Thursday, October 3rd. We'll be taking a look at props and pick'em for this week in NFL action. So hit your thumbs up buttons. Hit the thummy thumbs. Give me those thummy thumbs. You know I like those early in the morning. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to always know when we go live. Remember, later tonight, we got a pre-lock show for Falcons and Buccaneers tonight on Thursday Night Football. So tune into that at 7:45 p.m. Eastern. And joining me today, normally not here. Normally we get Will on Thursday or Cardi on Thursday. This guy, we're going to get normally on Tuesdays going forward now that NHL will be back on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. Of course, there are other slates other days of the week, but those are a little bit smaller slates for the NHL stuff. But he also does. He also wakes me up in the morning on Sundays at 9:30 a.m. Eastern with our big Sunday block for NFL. It's Tim Buell. You guys, you and Dean and Bobby. You typically. I wake up on Sunday morning, and typically you're already. Typically I don't wake up until like close to.
I was gonna say you don't wake up for the start of that. There's no way. Don't lie, Blender. Don't lie.
No. I gotta wake up for the People Show. I gotta put my alarm for the terrible takes from some of you people. Let's just early in the morning. All of a sudden, because I'm coming in halfway into the show, so a lot of times I'm coming into Bobby saying something about stacking like the third lowest total team, or like, but he's due for a big game or whatever. I'm like, what did I wake up to? I just like, was there some injury news that happened that we're talking about, like, Minshew Raiders stacks all of a sudden? But it is a good show, good block of shows in the morning from 9:30 a.m. Eastern all the way up until lock on Sundays. But it's kind of weird, Tim, for you to do a show today, being that you're in a state where you can't even play Prize Picks.
Can't play Prize Picks, can't play Underdog. I do make quite a few like prop bets on DK, but I do not have access to Prize Picks or Underdog, unfortunately.
Well, a lot of times that they're relational, because a lot of times, we know in this industry that sites copy one another. Right. It's not necessarily, some people are like, oh, they all have all these data scientists behind the scenes coming up with the numbers. It's like, sometimes you just copy someone else's work. So a lot of times the lines that you'll see on DraftKings or FanDuel will be commensurate to stuff you'll see on Prize Picks and Underdog. And you can use that to your advantage as well. So normally on this show, we're going to do a 6-pick card on Prize Picks. I'm in Kentucky, so I got everything. Although Prize Picks now in Kentucky is just Prize Picks Arena. So it's like their peer-to-peer type of thing. Underdog does the same thing. But still, if we get 6 right, we get a 25x guaranteed. And we typically do 1 passing, 2 rushing, 3 receiving props. So, Tim, I mean, you do have, you have sportsbook access. So, like, as far as passing props for this week, we can throw it up on the screen. I mean, what are you looking at? Because I mean, I obviously have my whole thing, my whole spiel here with Will typically is I have the blitz projections loaded up on my second screen, and I either blitz approve them or blitz disapprove of them, or I give them a blitz approval rating. We also have our own RotoGrinders projections here. You get all this stuff being a premium member. So click on that link in the description. Get a combo premium package here at RotoGrinders for all of our tools, including SimLabs, including the Lineup HQ, including everything, all of our premium stuff. $40 off your first month. Click on that link in the description below. But passing wise, do you have any passing props? Even if you can't see it on Prize Picks, I could did anything that you see on the regular sports books, and let's see, maybe we could find a good number on Prize Picks.
Yeah, in terms of passing, I would definitely want to be targeting some of these games that have negative scripts. So I am looking at currently this LA Rams game. So like a Matt Stafford perhaps over. Green Bay has absolutely no defensive line, so he should have plenty of time to make throws. So I kind of do like the Stafford over right now in passing yards. I don't know if that's something that RG projections like or the Blitz projections like, but I kind of like Matt Stafford props right now.
Well, Matt Stafford in RotoGrinders projections, we have him at 224 as the median. But the Blitz has him at 267. So,
yeah, see, yeah, I like that.
So, and the Blitz, Blitz has it at a 41.5% edge. And RotoGrinders projections has it as the under. They don't agree with one another.
Wow, that's too bad.
I'm more in line with your thinking, though. I mean, I do already have. I've already put in most of my props yesterday. Although I will put some more in today. We have Stafford 230.5 on Prize Picks. I want to see what his number is across the board. I'm going to bring it up on my other screen. Let me go to passing yards. Stafford 220. The best line that you can get right now is at Bet365, at least in Kentucky, right? I'm only books that I have access to. And Bet365 isn't in every state, but Bet365 has it at 225.5 and at minus 110. I do already have that. I may even have it at a lower number than that.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Let's see. Is there anything? Let's see. Maybe we could take that, or we could maybe find something that maybe the RotoGrinders and the Blitz projections that kind of agree with together in some regards. Because you see here, if you're a premium member, you get your Prize Picks extension. You get a Prize Picks and Underdog extension. You see the numbers on the screen. Most people that play on Prize Picks will be like, well, what are these numbers that are underneath this? Well, you see the little RotoGrinders logo with the PROJ projection. This is updated in real time to the RotoGrinders projections for every sport that we have projections for and every statistical projection we have for every stat. So you could use this for NHL coming up. You could use this for WNBA. You could use it for cricket, for crying out loud. Jamino does cricket projections.
I know. I just found that out the other day. I thought he was joking when he said it.
But you could come to Prize Picks and have it overlay just like this, and it'll show you our statistical projection and how much plus or minus. This isn't like an EV number. It's 5.7% above the number that's above you, or minus. So that just shows you how far above and how far below the number actually is. Because another thing that it disagreed, like the RG and Blitz projections disagree on, is Jaden Daniels, because RG has Jaden Daniels as 235.2, and the Blitz is under. The Blitz is at 195, and this is another thing where I agree more with the Blitz than with our projections. I don't necessarily think Jaden Daniels is going to have that great of a game against Cleveland, and I think there are multiple paths where Deshaun Watson is bad enough that Washington just doesn't have to throw the ball that much.
Right. And Daniels is such a good runner of the ball too. So, I mean, he doesn't really even need to pass. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. What do we have for Kyler props? And a very, very pass heavy script for Kyler.
Okay. Well, we have RG has him at 220.5 and the Blitz has him at 229. So nothing not acceptable there. Range where the VIG, because obviously on Prize Picks, when you put a 6-pick card together, you're essentially putting together like minus 117s.
Yeah.
Right. And that's not going to be enough. I'm fine going with Stafford personally.
Yeah, I really like that Stafford one.
So we're going to go with Stafford. Right. We're going to go Blitz approved on this one. Right.
Yeah.
We don't care about the RG projections. We're going with the Blitz approved of Matt Stafford. Truthfully, Tim, and we'll talk about this tomorrow. Cardi will be on tomorrow for Squirrel on Friday. And then I'm going to be hosting the Blitz show for premium members.
Oh, nice.
with Will and we're all this whole week is like different people are on different shows and whatever. I like the Rams Packers game in DFS.
Me
Like
too.
GPPs, like
That's
stacking
why
Stafford, stacking Love.
Right. Yeah.
I think the pieces of that game
is gonna have a huge game too. What's that?
Right. The pieces of the game are cheap enough where you could play a Stafford, Winnington, Parkinson plus Reed type of, Jaden Reed on the other side. I mean, it all kind of pieces together very, very well, especially if Tyron Williams is going to be kind of a little bit chalky.
Right. And you can kind of mix and match those Green Bay receivers too. Like if you're multi-entering, getting exposure to Dobbs, Reed. So yeah, and Wicks. So definitely love that game. So yeah, it's gonna be a great game for DFS.
Okay, so let's go to the running backs now. We're going to be looking for something to take. I'm going to bring up rush attempts, rushing yards. Who are you looking at?
Obviously, I want to look at Jordan Mason because he's at an absolutely smash spot. So I'd like to see what the books have for him. He's gonna project really well on all sites. So I want to see if we can take advantage of the books. If not, we won't. But
I don't think so. I mean, I think the number is good enough. I mean, they have it 86.5 on Prize Picks. I mean, this is not something that I've not taken a Mason prop only because it's been set high. I mean,
right.
Yeah, he's currently right now, the best line you could get is 85.5 at minus 123 on Caesars. And the Blitz has him at 92 rushing yards, and RG has him at 94.3 rushing yards. It's just not enough to compensate for the VIG. But
what about DeAndre Swift?
Okay, there we go. There's something that I do have. DeAndre Swift. Let's look at Swift. The best line you could get on the books are 48.5, over 48.5 minus 120. I'm assuming we're talking about the over, Tim.
Yeah, we are. So
we saw the last game that the Bears actually devised an actual game plan to try to win an NFL football game.
The Blitz has them for 68 yards.
Well, that's pretty. And RG only has him for 46.2. So this is another thing where we care more about the. I mean, I'm a Blitz cult member, so typically I'm
usually when I'm looking at our two different projections, I split the middle.
Right. But even if you split the middle here, that
I just really like you. I love Swift this week, so I would definitely take that over.
Let's say 49.5, even though that's not necessarily the best number. I mean, DraftKings has it at 49.5 minus 135. Caesars over 49.5 minus 131. It still shows as an edge according to the Blitz because the Blitz has the mean at 68. So we'll put this in. I don't think I'd rather get a better number. I mean, we could turn this into a demon or something like that. I mean, but typically they're not. Typically, the demons and the goblins and everything are not worth, what they pay out. So typically, I mean, I don't play much on Prize Picks as it is now that I have access to, everything. So I don't have to win like 17 bets in order to, the high variance. Win 600 on a card or nothing. But yeah, I'm down for DeAndre Swift. I got one for you. I don't know if Prize Picks has it, but I think it's the top value prop, and it's for tonight's game.
Yeah. Okay.
I like Tyler. I'm looking at projections. Tyler Algier over 8.5 rush attempts.
Interesting. Okay. Yep.
Because I mean, take a look at the last game. It's just like Tyler Algier. They're giving him the ball. And he's rushing well enough that in a game against the Bucks, I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of plays in this game, and I'm not saying he's going to be efficient. He may go 9 for 30.
Right.
But I just think the Falcons, this game will be close enough that the Falcons are going to run the ball, and if they're going to run the ball, I think the split between Algier and Bijan is going to be much closer than what you think. Bijan obviously is much more likely to have more yards, more receptions, DFS purposes wise. But I want to see if we have the rushing attempts. Yeah, we do. 8.5 rushing attempts right here. RG has it at 8.2, and the Blitz has him at 10.
Okay, so right around 9.
Right around 9.
A little over 9.
Because it's either this. The two rushing ones that I have are either the Tyler Algier rushing attempts, or I want to look at Josh Jacobs in that same
Oh
game.
yeah, I like that. That's a good call.
But the under, not the over.
Yeah,
the under.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Right.
There's another under that I was interested in as well.
Right. So RG has Jacobs at 68.6 rushing yards, 14.8 rush attempts, and the Blitz has Jacobs at 13.8 rushes. And let me go to rushing yards. 59 rushing yards. I almost prefer, I prefer, at BetMGM, you could get the under 65.5 for -115. So I think I'm much more likely to do that on Prize Picks. So you okay with Josh Jacobs less than 65.5 rushing yards?
Yeah, and will you check what Devon Achan's rushing prop is?
I'm not even sure. I don't think the Dolphins ones are up.
Oh, okay. Too bad.
Yeah,
I like taking unders in that. I want to take unders in that game.
Yeah, what Miami, New England? Yeah, that's
Miami can't move the ball. Can't move the ball.
Right. But you're good. You're good with the Jacobs one, right?
Definitely. I think that's.
I mean, they've been mixing in Wilson. I mean, it's like the first game or two. It's like, okay, Josh Jacobs is a bell cow, and now Jordan Love is back. This is a much different team when Jordan Love is the quarterback than when Malik Willis is the quarterback, and they don't want Malik Willis throwing the ball. They don't mind Jordan Love throwing 3 interceptions. Like Jordan Love will go and throw anywhere he wants, and he's also more likely to run to take a couple of rush attempts himself. I don't think Jacobs has the lock on this backfield, and I mean that's why I have his under rush 14.5 rushing attempts, under 65.5 rushing yards, and I mean just like we talked about before with Stafford, I think this game is more likely to be a shootout than both teams, than Kyron Williams and Josh Jacobs both getting 22 to 25 carries each.
Yep, I like that. What about do you have any Derrick Henry props up?
Let's see. Derrick Henry. Yes. Rushing yards. I mean, I have his under.
Yep.
So the Blitz has Derrick Henry at 80 yards.
Yep.
And the best line right now is under 85.5 -114 at FanDuel. Here on let's see, 85.5. Yeah, 85.5 on Prize Picks as well. But yeah, I have the unders on. I have the unders on both his yards and his rushing attempts. What's your rationale behind Derrick Henry unders, other than he can't?
It just feels
he can't always break a 70-yard touchdown.
Right. It just feels a little bit inflated to me because he can't always break those long ones. So I mean, it just seems like this line is inflated. I know the Bengals are bad, but I mean, I think this Henry line is just too high. So I was going to take an under on Henry.
Well, it's Blitz approved.
Nice.
Okay, let's go to receiving. Okay, receiving yards. Receiving yards, receptions, anything that you're looking at that you like in receiver land.
Do we have Malik Neighbors props on Prize?
I don't think so. No, I don't believe so. Because I don't have anything yet. No, because we don't know the injury stat. I mean, the books have been much better to our dismay. Much better at if there's injury situations. They just don't even hang anything. They just say screw it. We're not hanging nothing. They may hang some touchdown props that have 20% hold, so they don't care about that. But no. Like, they didn't have Raiders stuff until late yesterday because of Devontae Adams. And once Adams said that he has a, quote, hamstring injury, then they'll put up the numbers, right? But so, no, there's nothing on the Giants game, no.
What about Nico?
I don't think we don't know about Mixon. Okay, no, they got a number up. Nico Collins, I mean, the blitz has him at 88 yards. The best line available right now is over 78.5 minus 115 at BetMGM. And it's a break-even bet.
Okay.
Based on that, the distance between. I mean, 78.5 is still better. FanDuel has it at 83.5 at minus 114. So if you want to take that over, if you really do, get it at MGM before you stop hearing my voice, because that will move.
And
so
then
I mean, there was a little bit of value, but it's not. I mean, it's coming up at like a 0.4% edge.
One of my favorite DFS plays the entire week is DK Metcalf. What do we got for him?
Metcalf. No, actually, we have value on the under for DK Metcalf.
Oh wow! Well, I feel like a donkey now.
Yeah, 65 yards in the blitz, right? And if we take a look, 65. Yeah, well, the RG has him at 74.5. It's like the blitz. The blitz and the RG are fighting. They're fighting today.
Yeah, they're fighting a little bit.
Right.
I like the over.
Yeah, but even at 74.5, it's just you're not getting enough. You're not getting enough separation there to make up for the vig anyway. Here's let's see. I have a whole bunch.
You must like Jaden Reed. Have to.
No, I think his number is inflated also.
Okay.
Right, Jaden Reed. Yeah, Jaden Reed is at 72 in the blitz. He's over 60.5 minus 110 at Bet365. That's about no. It shows as a 4.91% edge. So it's like there's not that much there, not much meat on the bone. You know who I do like? Okay, I'm not. You're gonna have to tell me if you rather do the receptions prop or the let's see if the receptions prop's even up there. Aaron Jones in the Viking. This is obviously the London game.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones going after. See, look, here's what. Oh, Tim, we got an agreement. Over 3.5 receptions. Minus 120 on Bet365. The blitz has him at 4.8 receptions. RG has him at 4.3 receptions. If we look at the passing yards, the blitz has him. Look at the receiving yards, obviously. The blitz has him at 37, and RG has him at 33.8.
Yeah. I'd rather take the receptions, but I don't know what the math says.
Well, currently the best line available right now for the receiving is the yards is 23.5 minus 110 at BetMGM, and receptions best line available is Bet365 over 3.5 minus 120, and they both have about the same edge. Close to 30% edge.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with either.
I like the receptions.
But I think probably the receptions would be, because it's a little bit more normally distributed. I'd be a little bit lower variance when it comes to the receptions. You're fine with the receptions?
Yeah, I prefer the receptions.
Right. You have to figure. I mean, obviously, I'm a slave. I'm a slave to the spreadsheet. So like, I don't need to do like handicapping or analysis. I just bet the whole model across the board. But I could assume that the Jets defense is good, especially their passing defense and their blitz. What better way to beat a blitz and beat good cornerbacks than to dump the ball off to your running back a whole bunch of times for Sam Darnold? I actually think it's the same thing on the other side of the ball. I do have Breece Hall overs as well. But I think Aaron Jones facing is this a revenge game? because he's facing Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it might be. What about Garrett Wilson unders?
No, the Blitz has the Jets as total all overs.
Oh, really?
Aaron Rodgers has as far as passing. Yeah, if you want to play the Jets passing game today, the Blitz wants you to. If you're playing Showdown for that London game on Sunday morning, just take Aaron Rodgers and stack 3 guy Jets with him. That's kind of the way the Blitz wants you to go. From all of these props that I'm looking at. So yeah, I've all Jets overs, and even the Vikings, even some of the Viking stuff with like Addison back. So I think Addison's number is a little too low as well. It's kind of weird, Tim. It's kind of weird flying blind on a show where we're playing on a site that you can't even access.
What is Addison's prop on Prize Picks?
Let's see. On Prize Picks, Addison is 39.5. RG has him at 43.9.
Okay.
And the best line you could get is on FanDuel over 36.5, minus 114. The Blitz has him at 46. So that shows as like a 3% edge.
Yeah, we have a question in chat about Jordan Whittington. Since we love Stafford overs, shouldn't we be attacking some Rams receivers?
Let's take a look at this, and it also correlates.
The Blitz loves Whittington.
I don't think. Okay, am I spelling this right? I don't. Nope. Prize Picks doesn't have any Whittington anything up.
That's too bad. Okay.
Right. Yeah, Jordan Mason, Jordan Love. Nope. No Jordan Whittington. They said screw you. They ain't screwing around with who knows what's gonna happen. I have his over on FanDuel over 44.5 minus 114. But there's nothing. But that's the only place that there's a Whittington number up. I don't see a number up on DraftKings, Caesars, BetMGM, Bet365.
I don't see one on DK.
Right. FanDuel's the only one that has any number up on him.
Yeah.
Anything else? How about this one? Let's see
What about Chris Godwin?
Oh, for tonight?
Yeah, for tonight.
Let's see. Let's go Chris Godwin for tonight. Godwin tonight is 67.5. Now that's not good. That's obviously moved. The best number you could get right now is BetMGM 63.5 minus 120. I already got Godwin's prop when it was 62.5.
Right, because the Blitz has him for 82.
Right, and the RG has him for 79.2.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's to me, it's a brain type of thing where it's like I know I've already gotten a much better number yesterday.
Right.
But even though there's still an edge on this now, like I feel like I don't want to like I don't want to take it, but I mean let's take it. Why not?
That's still a good bet, I think.
What?
I would still think that's a good bet.
No, it is. It's still a good bet, but to me, it's like I've already gotten a much better one.
Right. No,
right?
I know.
It's like, I don't
I get
want
what you're
to
saying.
Right.
I'm going to bet that one right now on DK.
The best line is BetMGM. It's over 63.5 minus 120.
I'm doing the 80 plus at plus 135 on DK.
Okay. Hanging out with the alts.
Yep.
I was looking at here's a Blitz special because the Blitz loves this guy. Oh, this is okay. We get some approval, somewhat with the RG projections. Jacoby Myers. We talked about, Devontae Adams not being there. I don't like this game from a DFS perspective. I think a lot of people may play Trey Tucker at 4,100 on DraftKings on Sunday. But really, I mean, the Raiders are going to have to pass the ball in this game. Minshew's going to throw for 200 yards, and it's going to go to someone. I think it's much more likely to go to Jacoby Myers than to anyone else. Over 45.5 minus 110 at BetMGM is the best number available. And the Blitz has him at 61 yards. RG has him at 54 yards. It's not the sexiest pick in the bunch, But I mean, if I've already bet this. I think I've already bet this at an even lower number. I think I bet it at 43.5.
Yeah, I like that quite a bit.
I mean, could more of the yards go to Trey Tucker or Brock Bowers or Alexander Madison out of the backfield because Zamir White is now hurt? I just don't think they're going to run the ball. I'm not sure. Like, if they have Alexander Madison, Zamir White was an inefficient runner. Alexander Madison is even more inefficient runner. I know they're facing Bo Nix, but I think it's just more likely that the Raiders are down a score in this game more often than not.
Even if it's neutral, he should be okay.
Right.
Yeah.
The passing yards have to go somewhere. I mean, if you told me that there was a quarterback that threw for under 150 yards, I think it's much more likely to be Bo Nix than Gardner Minshew.
What is Tucker's line on Prize Picks? Just out of curiosity.
I'm not sure if there is one. Trey Tucker, 38.5.
Okay.
Right. 38.5 minus 110 on Bet365.
The Blitz has him for 46.
That's right. And great. RG has him for 46 as well.
Okay. So that's not great.
That's not right. That's not great at all. But we do have our card. We got 6 in.
I love it.
So we got
Stafford. I wish I could bet that.
Well, I'm gonna put it in for $25 like I normally do. Right? So we got Stafford more than 230.5 passing yards. DeAndre Swift more than 49.5 rushing yards. Josh Jacobs less than 65.5 rushing yards. Aaron Jones more than 3.5 receptions. Chris Godwin more than 67.5 receiving yards. And Jacoby Myers more than 45.5 receiving yards. And either pick a perfect lineup or get first place in my group to win 25x. Yeah, I'm putting it in. Submitting that lineup. Putting my money where my mouth is. Even though I could have gotten a better Godwin number earlier.
You'll be all right.
I'll be all right. Submitting the lineup. Come on. There we go. Sometimes in Chrome, Prize Picks just acts funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to open a Firefox for this. Okay, we got it in. So there we go. Do you have any other props on the boards and not Prize Picks related that you've already taken that you want to share with the?
No, I just took the Godwin one. I took the Aaron Jones one, and I took the Matt Stafford one. Trying to see if I can get the Swift one also on DK, but just those 3 for me as of right now.
Do you have anything for tonight specifically? Because we have the Godwin one, obviously.
Yeah, I really like the Godwin one a lot. I'm following the prop model on Rashad White under 35.5 rushing yards. So I like that one quite a bit. So that would be my 2 for tonight.
Right. And the prop model and our pick'em tool are available even as a separate thing. So if you're not going to play DFS at all or whatever, you don't want all of our stuff, we have a props and pick'em package that is I think $39.95 a month or whatever. You get access to our prop tool, our pick'em tool, all of our statistical projections that you could download the CSV and do whatever the hell you want with it. So if you want the combo premium, you get everything, right? But if you just want the props and pick'em stuff, you could just get it on its own here. All the information is at RotoGrinders.com. 2 ones that I have tonight. I mentioned the Algier over 8.5 rush attempts. Another one I do have, which is obviously not necessarily correlated to the Godwin one, but Mike Evans over 4.5 receptions. The thing is that right now, the best number in market is BetMGM minus 105. DraftKings minus 115. DraftKings, it's minus 120. FanDuel, it's minus 115. And yesterday, I got it at plus 105.
Nice.
So I have that. I mean, it still shows as positive, even with at minus 105. It shows as a 15.87% edge in the blitz. But when it was plus 105, I jumped all over that. So yes, so I have a whole bunch of stuff for tonight's game. Algier, I got Godwin's, but I got it over 62.5. Yeah, if you want to get all of our prop stuff, go download our statistical projections. Get the blitz projections. You get that here as an add-on. and basically just go to town. You could just look at the tables, download the CSVs, and when numbers come up on the board, go out and get them, because that's after this show. And there's some new stuff I see on the board that I didn't catch yesterday. I'm gonna go grab them before they move, and that's the key thing: get the best number, get the best price, right? So when Chris Godwin goes for 66 receiving yards, right? Right. Well, you know what ends up happening? Our prize pick card loses, but my over 62.5 is fine, because I got it at 62.5 and you got it at 67.5. So that sometimes that is the difference over a long period of time. You'll make
you could be a sucker like me and take the alt line.
Or take the alt, right? Or take an alt line, right? That probably isn't priced correctly, right? Or you take the Mike, or someone is going to take Mike. Someone I know that's listening to this show is going to take Mike Evans over 4.5 at -120 on DraftKings, right?
Yep.
So you're gonna put $100 down. You're gonna put $120 down to win 100, and I'm gonna put $120 down to win $130, right?
Right.
So that adds up over time. You're just like, oh well, what are the $30? Like, yeah, over and over and over and over and over and over. And by the end of the year, it's like, oh yeah, I made a couple $100. And it's like, yeah, I made a couple of $1,000. It's like, yeah, but we bet the same things. Yeah, but I bet them at better numbers and better prices. That's it. Key to props and picks.
That's all you got to do.
So, Tim, anything else you got going on this coming week, or are you getting really prepped up for NHL?
I'm getting prepped up for hockey. We got the People Show on Sunday morning, but really just focusing on hockey for right now.
And you could join the NHL Discord, right? RotoGrinders.com/Discord. It's the best. If you're gonna play NHL this season, you don't even need Twitter. I'm telling you, you don't need to. Well, what happens if the goalie changes? You get 10 minutes before it's the new goal, a line change, a defensive pairing. You don't need to follow any of the beat writers, because I don't know, you people don't sleep in there. Like you and Dane and Taylor, they're posting like anything, skate arounds in the middle of the day. It doesn't matter. So I just use when I'm playing NHL DFS. All I have to do is go to the NHL Discord and RotoGrinders, and all the news is going to be there. And then you can also ask questions of like, well, if this guy's out, then is this guy going to be in the power play still? And someone will be there to answer you. So, definitely join that NHL Discord. RotoGrinders.com/Discord. It's free. It shouldn't be free, but it is. I don't want to send it. And also, it's not like a train wreck. There are a lot of Discord channels, during the slate, someone gets injured, someone gets a hat trick out of the blue, and people are tilting left and right. It's actually a quite productive Discord channel.
It's very productive. Yes.
But no, Dean is not.
No nonsense. No nonsense Discord.
Is Dean not allowed?
We prefer that he doesn't join. We can't block him, but we prefer him not to be there.
Why is that? What is Dean?
Because he brings the nonsense that we don't want.
He brings the nonsense. I thought he mushes everything. I thought he
that too.
That too. Oh, okay. So take that up with Dean on Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Catch Dean and Tim and Bobby for the Sunday block. That's 9:30 a.m. through 1 p.m. on Sunday for all your NFL needs. Tomorrow I'll be on with Cardi talking about GPPs. And they'll also be on the Blitz Show for premium members. And then I'll be back on Monday doing it all over again like I normally do here. Hit that like button on your way out the door. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Hit the notification bell to know when we go live. 7:45 p.m. Eastern tonight. We got the Showdown pre-lock show. Falcons, Buccaneers. Check that out. And I'll see you again like I'm normally here, Monday through Friday, 11 o'clock Eastern, talking about all things you're thinking about. Daily fantasy, props, and pick'em on RotoGrinders Today.